Hello friends, it's Miss Sam here, and I am bringing to you today Ruby Finds a Worry by Percival. Ruby finds a worry. Do we know what a worry is? A deep concern about something. Do we know what a concern is? Something you care about, right? You really, really want something to happen a certain way, or you're afraid of how it might happen and it might not work out the way you want it to. Well, we're gonna talk about worries. Miss Sam used to worry a lot. It makes no sense to worry. I know it's easier said than done, but I learned that I can't fix it. If I have nothing to do with it, then it doesn't make sense for me to keep thinking about it and worrying about it, right? I just have to think positive, and I have to keep my hopes up high and have good thoughts about it, and then it happens the way it's gonna happen, right? Nothing is ever that important that you should have a worry. So let's talk about a worry. Ruby finds a worry. All right. Look at Ruby. All right, here we go. Looks like Ruby has a wonderful family, right? Let's just see how she handles a worry. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high. And she loved to explore wild, far away places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. Look at that. Do you see that little worry right there? It's like a thought bubble, right? We know what those are, the thought bubbles that tell you what someone is thinking. That's kind of like a worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a little bigger and a little bigger. That means she was focusing on it a lot, right? Look at how she's looking at that worry. This is cute. She's reading War and Peace. Do you see that book she's reading? War and Peace. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box, and it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. Can you see that? Am I showing you well? All right, I want to make sure you see the pictures, friends. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. That seems like a pretty good thing, right? Do you see that in her classroom? Let me back it up so you can see. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal. but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things that she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize it, but she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry, which is what? She was worrying about it. That's the worst thing you can do with a worry, right? Is keep worrying about it. Well, let's see how Ruby handles it. Now the worry was enormous. Ay, ay, ay. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It could barely fit into the kitchen at dinner time. It filled up half the school bus. Yikes. And it took up whole rows of the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about. And it seemed like she would never feel happy again. So the worry was making her sad. So that can't be a good thing, right? To focus on keeping you sad. Then one day something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? Ay, ay, ay. Ruby found a friend, and look, his worry was right there next to him, and he looked sad. It was. Ruby realized that she wasn't the only person with the worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Right? His worry began to shrink. Because sometimes, what? You just have to talk to a friend. Then Ruby did the best thing she could ever do if you have a worry, which is what? She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon both of their worries were gone. Soon, both of their worries were gone because they had friends that they could talk about it with. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for long. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that? Ruby finds a worry. I enjoyed it, friends. And I think it's a good reminder to us all, right? That worries and bad times never hang around for long. We just need to learn how to talk them out with friends, talk them out with teachers, tell your parents, your mom, your dad, your grown-up at home, your grandparents, anybody really, just to get it out, because keeping it in makes it grow, and we don't want that, right? So make sure that you talk things over with your grown-up at home. It's Miss Sam here, and take some time to enjoy the falling leaves. It's my favorite season. Enjoy. Bye-bye, guys.